You know, every great journey really does start with a whisper, doesn't it? For Aryan, a 17-year-old boy from a small village, that whisper was a promise he made to himself under a sky full of stars. Just picture it. He lived in a simple mud house with a torn notebook and a broken pencil as his only real tools. But his dreams, oh, they were far, far bigger than his surroundings. This is the story of how that one quiet promise became a life-changing reality.
So today, what we're going to do is unpack a story that's basically a blueprint for changing your life. And look, this isn't about some grand gesture or finding overnight success. No, it's about the quiet, relentless power of doing one single thing every day, and how that can build a bridge from exactly where you are right now to where you desperately want to be. For Aryan, this whole journey began not with some big lightning bolt moment, but with an unexpected visitor, someone who showed him that a completely different world was actually possible.
On one side, you've got Aryan's reality. Life was about survival, the future felt as predictable as the sunrise. And farming, well, farming was the only path. But on the other side, you have this guy, Mr. Rahul, a man from this very same village who walks back in with clean clothes, a shining laptop, and the most powerful tool of all, clear, confident English. This wasn't just a visitor, this was a vision of a possible future. For the very first time, Aryan saw a door he never even knew existed.
This message right here, this was the real spark. See, Mr. Rahul didn't talk about being lucky or some kind of genius. He talked about a process. He said, "I learned English every single day." He drew a direct line from his success to a repeatable action. And in that moment, the impossible suddenly became possible for Aryan. It wasn't about being born different. It was about choosing to do something different.
And that leads us to this. This right here is the first and honestly the most crucial step in any transformation, the decision. After hearing Mr. Rahul, Aryan looked at his own reflection and made a promise to himself that he would not break. This wasn't just some New Year's resolution, this was a fundamental shift in who he was. He decided, then and there, that his circumstances would no longer write his story. He would.
Okay, but a decision is just the beginning. Honoring that decision every single day, that's the real work. So this next part is all about that slow march of progress, where the initial fire of motivation has to get replaced by pure, grinding discipline.
So what was his big, grand plan? It was this: 10 new words. That's it. I mean, it sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But the power wasn't in the number. No way. The power was in the consistency. Every single morning. Before the sun came up, before the farm work started, before anyone else was even awake, he honored his promise. This small, achievable task was the brick he used to build his new life, one day at a time.
And this shows you the reality of how progress actually works. On day one, you're filled with hope, right? But check out the 3-month mark. Progress feels slow, almost invisible. This is the danger zone. This is where most people quit because they just can't see the results yet. But Aryan kept going, and by 6 months, something magical started to happen. The struggle turned into flow. The words just started coming naturally. That right there is the payoff for consistency.
You know, the internal battle is hard enough, but then you've got all the external noise. His friends laughed at him. A teacher publicly embarrassed him, harshly correcting every single word he tried to speak. That kind of discouragement can be absolutely crushing. It's designed to make you feel small, to make you want to just retreat back into what's familiar. But Aryan understood something. Their words were a reflection of their own limits, not his.
So during a moment of really deep doubt, Aryan read this line he'd written in his notebook. And this is such a critical mindset shift. We look at experts and we think they were just born that way. We totally forget the years of practice, all the embarrassing mistakes, and that one moment where they started from absolute zero, just like us. This quote gave him permission to be a beginner. But when discipline alone isn't enough, you need a deeper fuel source. Aryan found his why. He wasn't just learning words for himself. He was doing it for his father's tired, rough hands and his mother's gentle, hopeful eyes. His personal goal became a family mission, and that is a motivation that doubt simply cannot touch.
So, after a year of all this quiet preparation, opportunity finally came knocking. This is the part of the story where all that unseen, daily work finally gets to step out into the light.
Think about it. What could he possibly talk about that would impress a bunch of judges from the city? He chose the most authentic topic you could imagine, his own journey. He wasn't going to talk about some abstract theories. He was going to share his real lived experience. His greatest strength wasn't perfect English. It was the undeniable truth of his story.
The scene at the competition must have been so intimidating. You've got these city students with expensive clothes and perfectly printed notes, and then there's Arian in his simple iron shirt. On the surface, he was the clear underdog, but inside, he had this quiet confidence. He told himself, they might have better clothes, but I have a better story to tell. He knew his power came from a place of authenticity they just couldn't match.
Just imagine it for a second. You walk out on stage, the lights are blinding, the hall is dead silent, and you can feel hundreds of eyes locked on you. And then, nothing. Your mind is a complete void. Your legs feel like jelly. Panic starts to set in. So, what do you do? In that moment of absolute fear, where do you turn?
He didn't reach for his notes, he turned to his why. In that crushing silence, he pictured his father's hands, he saw his mother's eyes, he remembered his sister's proud smile. That emotional anchor brought him right back. It grounded him. And from that place of deep, powerful purpose, the words just began to flow, clear and strong.
This was the heart of his message. This was the climax of his speech, and it was the core truth of his entire journey. Every single person in that audience, no matter their background, felt the power of those words. Because it's a universal truth, isn't it? We all wait for the perfect time, but Aryan's story proved that the perfect time is right now, with whatever you have.
Well, the result was almost inevitable. The judges didn't just hear a speech, they witnessed a transformation. They saw a year of quiet, relentless dedication distilled into 5 powerful minutes. This victory wasn't just a trophy, it was the physical proof that small, daily habits can lead to absolutely extraordinary outcomes.
Okay, so Arian's story is incredible, but it's meant to be a spark for you. The most important part of this whole thing is what you do after it ends. So let's turn this inspiration into real action.
When he got back to the village, Aryan didn't talk about having some special talent or being a genius. He said this. He basically democratized success. He told them, you can do this too. It's not about being the smartest person in the room, it's about being the most consistent. The secret is just choosing to get 1% better every single day. This really brings us to the core truth of the whole story. Transformative change isn't some big event, it's a process. It's like the compounding interest of your daily efforts. Arian's power wasn't some rare talent he was born with, it was a strong decision and the discipline to honor it. And that is a power that is available to every single one of us. So let's make this super practical. Here is the 3-step blueprint from Arian's journey. First, make one single powerful decision. What will you commit to changing starting today? Second, choose one daily habit. Not 10 things, just one. Make it so small and so easy that you literally can't say no. Read one page, write one sentence, do one push-up. And third, find your why. What's the deep emotional reason that's going to pull you through on the days you really want to quit?
And that brings us to the end. That future version of yourself, the one who's more confident, more skilled, more capable, they're not going to just magically appear one day. They are waiting on the other side of your daily discipline. They're waiting for you to start, so the only question left is the one on your screen. What small step will you take today?